Joseph Crew here. Welcome to my show. Today is Tuesday, September the 21st, 2021. Yes, we are. And we're talking about whole stuff going on here. That's what we have to talking about, folks. And yes, we are. Yes, we are. And you know what can happen so far. You know what can that it might be. So it might be something else, and something has that we had lived with. I think it's gonna rain today. You know it's gonna rain, and yes, we are. So anyway, you know how it goes. You know how it's going to happen, and it's going to happen so well. So now, for what I know is one we're gonna see it. Well, anyway, we're gonna find out what's going on. So hey, it is what it is. But look, I know how it is. It's looking pretty good, and it's awesome. You know, this wild wheel stuff going on, and all this that we doing, and that's what we're doing. But hey, look, I'm not thinking about this anymore. I'm not thinking about something happening. This is happening so far. We look terrified. Okay, now the are we doing something? We're talking about something is this and that, and how we could get together and how we can come together. We see a lot of stuff we got, and we all know about this for sure, and we all have to come together as one nation as always, and somehow it's just, I mean, hey, it's it's everybody. I mean, what's wrong with the war today? No, why will people hate Joe Biden, and why will the Republicans hate Joe Biden and those Trump supporters, and oh no that. That's just all and all that, but forget it. We don't want to talk about it. I'm not here to talk about this right now. I'm not here to talk about it. So a whole stuff goes happening here is that when the war happened, when it will happen for sure. But yes, it is. Now we're talking about this and that. We're not here to talk about this anymore. So now, here's what we're talking about. And yes, that's what we're talking about for real. So if you want to talk about, you'll go ahead and talk about it for sure. So yep, that's for sure. Yes, it is. Now, people said the Pfizer says COVID-19 vaccines works in kids aged of 5 to 11, and will come on Halloween next month. So, here's what we're talking about now. Pfizer says Monday its COVID-19 vaccines works for children aged of 5. Hear me again now. So now Pfizer says Monday its COVID-19 vaccines works for children aged to 5 to 11, and that it will seek U.S. authorities for this age group soon, and key step towards beginning vaccinations for youngsters. The vaccine made by Pfizer and its German partner BioNTech already is available for anyone 12 and older, but with kids now back in school and the extra continuous dental environment causing a huge jump in pandemic infections, many parents are anxious waiting on vaccinations for their younger children. For elementary school and age kids, Pfizer takes a much lower dose, a dose of that in each shot given now. Then after their second dose, children aged 5 to 11, deployment coronavirus fighting in-time levels just as strong as teenagers and young adults getting their regular strength shots. Dr. Bill Goldberg, a Pfizer senior vice president, told the Associated Press the kid doses also provide safe, with similar or full temporary side effects, such as sore arms, fever, and giddiness that teens experiences, he said. I think we really hit the sweet spot, says Guabo, who is also a pedestrian account. Guabo said the companies are aimed to apply to the Food and Drug Administration by the end of the month for energy use in this age group, following shortly afterward with applications to European and British regulators. Early this month, FDA chief Dr. Peter Marks told the AP that once Pfizer turns over its study results, his agency will evaluate the data, hopefully in a matter of weeks, to decide if the shots are safe and effective enough for longer kids. And outside experts and scientists want to see more details, but call the report encouraging. These top-line results are very good news, says Dr. Jesse Goodman of Georgetown University, a former FDA vaccine chief. The level of immune response Pfizer report appears likely to be protected. Many Western countries so far have vaccinated no longer than the age of 12, awaiting evidence of what's the right dose and that it works safely. Cuba last week began immunizing children as long as 2 with and homegrown vaccines, and Chinese regulations had cleared 2 of its brand down to the age of 3. While kids are at low risk of severe illness or death than older people, more than 5 million children in the U.S. have tested positive for COVID-19 since the pandemic began, and at least 460 had died, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics. Cases in children have raised as the Delta variant sweeps through the country. I feel great since the agency in making the vaccine available to children under 12, Gerber said. There's parent demand for parents to be able to have their children return to a normal life. In New Jersey, 10-year-old Mara Hoppe asked why she couldn't get vaccinated like her parents and both teen brothers had. Her mother, Dr. Nestor Gunhart, a critical care physician at England Royal Hospital, enrolled in Mara and the Pfizer studies at Rutgers University, but the family hasn't eased up on their masking and other virus precautions until they learn if Mara received the real vaccine or the dummy shot. Well, so this is what it's all about. So now, once she knows she's protected, Marriage for Skull, a huge sleepover with all my friends. And we're going to skip to that part now. A second U.S. vaccine maker, Moderna, also is studying shots in elementary school age children. Pfizer and Moderna are studying even longer talks as well, down to 6-month-olds, resulting on a Saturday later in the year. AP journalist Elmer Tompo contributing to this report. The Associated Press helped and Sciences Department received support from the Harvard Who's Medical Research Department of Scientist Education. The AP is solely responsible for all contents. So what they're talking about now is people in the age of 5 to 11 could get a shot with Pfizer or Moderna vaccine. only time will tell if it happens. Only time will tell for real. I can say that's for sure for real. That's what we always know. Now the news of the Zobor says, as of right now, we're tracking the most up-to-date information about the coronavirus and vaccines in North Carolina. Check back for updates, and it says more than it says now more than 100 international deaths reported. At least 1,346,316 people in North Carolina had tested positive for the coronavirus, and at least 15,776 had died since March 2020, according to state health officials. The NC Department of Health and Human Services on Monday reporting 3,257 new COVID-19 cases, down from 5,962 on Sunday and 6,605 on Saturday. The state doesn't update coronavirus counts over the weekends. 161 international coronavirus-related deaths were reported on Monday. State health officials don't specify the dates on which nearly reported deaths occurred. So that's what happened. The whole stuff's going on. Now, the vaccine warning shells on track near Palestine. And it says a truck driver near the Carolina Panthers game on Sunday will marketing with the message, "Don't get vaccinated. Don't get vaccinated." Why? Because they didn't want to get vaccinated. It says a truck driver near the Carolina Panthers game on Sunday was marketing with a message, "Don't get vaccinated." The vehicle claims to be from Royal Funeral Home, which has a website that says, "Get vaccinated now. If not, see you soon." The page directs people to vaccinate information for Starman and provider that wasn't behind the tactics. The Charlotte Observer reporter, if this saves one person's life by getting vaccinated, I'm 100% for it, says Dr. President Down, Chief Medical Officer for Starman. President doesn't know who commissioned the truck, which was spotted in their Banks of America Stadium as the Panthers played the New Orleans Saints. Well, anyway, they did win the game. Now, just in the mind, this is all about the test that you are just going to see, and you're all going to see more of it, because when people get vaccinated, then we'll get vaccinated now. And we're going to take a look at the results, and then we're going to take a break. Now, the results for the coronavirus and the vaccines before we can take a break. Now we got, in North Carolina, it has 11 million doses given, and 5.11 million people who have been fully vaccinated, and a percent of population are fully vaccinated with 48.8%. United States does given 386 million, that gives plus 652,000, and 182 million who have been fully vaccinated, and the popular fully vaccination 55.4. Now we'll take a look at this. Now let's take a look at the coronavirus and the cases and the deaths. It being told in Granville County it has 7,307 plus 76 and plus 195 deaths. North Carolina total cases of 1.35 million. And deaths are 15,793 deaths. So now, and cases are still going up. Oh, this is gonna get us all the head all day. We'll be right back. We're going to the commercial and be right back. Welcome back to Just a Chris Show. And my show is now has been answered, so here's what we're talking about. Okay. I know it's all people know, people get messed up for well. So now what are we talking about here? Well we at this point, uh we're talking about this time and now. This is so here's what we're talking about, folks. Now I know a lot of stuff that we're talking about for sure now. Look at this. Unmasked, unmuzzled, unvaccinated mother of 4 dies of COVID. Okay, let's take a look at this. It says, this is on Facebook. Now look at this. A California mother of 4 who have outspoken against vaccines and masks has died of COVID-19. I'm going to say this again. A California mother of 4 who was outspoken against vaccines and masks has died of COVID-19. Christine Law, 40 years old, from Escalton, California, unexpectedly passed away on September 15th. That was about a week ago, according to GoFundMe page raising money for her funeral expenses. In screenshots taken from Facebook, family members say she lost her battle against COVID-19 after frequently posting content protesting vaccines and labeling herself unmasked and a Muslim and a free thinker. Man, she must be out of her mind. Laura's Facebook page has since been set to private, but screenshots have been posted on Reddit and other sites. Laura has made use of politics photos for her profile photos, including one reading unmasked, unmuzzled, and unvaccinated, unafraid. Together we win. Another way. Free thinker, questioning everything, resources monetary. She also appears to have gone to some sort of protest or in-time vaccine event holding a sign reading "Give votes to the vaccine injury." In the photo, she also wore a shirt proclaiming herself to be an ex-vaccine reader. I trust them, never again. Another photo was Leonard, with a photo reading a Moms for Liberty. Laura was mother to 4 school-aged children, Tatum, Mackenzie, Ellen, and Waylon. But earlier this month, her sister, Cassidy, wrote on Facebook that Lauren was in a hospital fighting for her life against COVID and pneumonia. My sister has a long life left. We need your help. We need your help, Cece. Your kids love and miss you so much. Please don't give up, she wrote. She also warned that this was a politic and she was uninterested in hearing anyone's opinions on vaccines. Then, last week, 2 family members posted on Facebook that Lauren died from COVID. With heart mourning that her heart is breaking for her 4 kids. So many people need her help, but God must have special plans for her in heaven, her aunt wrote. Now, some of you don't know what it is. On a GoFundMe page that has raised over $11,000 for her funeral, a loved one also shared the news, which is devastating to everyone that knew her. Kristen was a beautiful and amazing woman, but one thing that she was a phenomenal mother who always put her children first, she wrote. She lived for her children, Tatum, Mackenzie, Ellen, and Winnie, and loved being their mother more than everything in her life. She was full of life and loved her friends and family physically. She was the kind of person that even if she didn't have anything, she would give the show off or her back to anyone in need. She was everything that she was good and kind. Her passion leaves a big hole in many of our lives, and she will never be forgotten but will be greatly missed. Reads the page. Now, I don't know why she is unvaccinated. She didn't want to get vaccinated. She didn't want people to wear a mask. And this is what happens. And this is what happens when you get COVID. This is what happens when you get COVID. And she had a poster up that sign says, "Give a voice to the vaccine injured." Give the voice to the vaccine injured. At the age of 40, a lot of people don't get vaccinated for real. When people always do, people get, well, you look, we don't take the vaccine, we don't need a vaccine. But she died of COVID. When they find out Lori has COVID, that is for sure. That is for sure. And that's what happens when you get COVID. You be in the hospital, you fight for the life, and then you die. But then you die for real. And that's what happened. But look, it's life for real. But hey, it is what it is. What has happened, that's what you get when you get COVID. That's what COVID-19 did. Yes, we see people don't wear masks. They don't wear masks, they don't get vaccinated, and they don't know the science. They don't know the science like they always do. What has happened for so far is that people have been unvaccinated. And yes, it is. I mean, it goes, our hearts go out to them. Our hearts go out to her kids, her 4 children. 4 children, for real. And that's what happens. You die and be in the grave. That's what it is. Our hearts go out for them. That's what happens. If you don't get vaccinated, if you're unvaccinated and you don't wear a mask, then you need to stay home. 14-day quarantine like it is to. But hey, it is what it is. Look. Me and my mom, we stay happy. We're always wearing our masks. And sometimes it happens. It really happens. I hope everybody don't get COVID once again. So anyway, for real, she died. Lori in California passed away from COVID-19. Never seen her 4 children. It's sad. Very sad. But I never seen her so far as it says. It just like said, unmasked, unmuzzled, unvaccinated. You could just say that again, for real. But it is what it is, and God help them. God help them if they get vaccinated. So anyway, Lord knows how it goes and know how it is. The good news is the Packers still won the game. They beat the Lions last night, 35-17. That's what I know. I was knowing of. But anyway, you know how it goes. It's just gonna be absolutely unbelievable. That's for sure. Maybe you know how or when it can happen. So when can happen, folks? I mean, hey, it's just a little bit of time. It's just a matter of time. If you don't know the science, you don't know the science. You don't listen to the science. You don't get you don't get vaccinated. But you have to, and you didn't wear the mask. You didn't wear the mask. You didn't get vaccinated, and you didn't know the science. You have to know the science. You're not listening to the science. Don't you know that people who have died of COVID-19, then you're gonna be buried in your grave. You will never seen. You will leave your earth, and that's whatever. That's for. I cannot say that's enough for everybody for sure. It's BS. BS for sure. Anyway, you know how it goes. All right, that could be the end for this one for sure. For everybody, whatever you do, please wash your hands, wear a mask, and when little kids go to school, then they go to school, they have to wear a mask for well. They can wear a mask at school, in the middle school, and high school. Till then, this is Just a Career. I'll see you tomorrow, and have a good day. Take care. Peace out.